Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome inside the Athletic and Wellness Center. We got a women's volleyball matchup going today between the visiting Georgian Grizzlies and the Centennial Colts. Once again, welcome inside the Athletic and Wellness Center. I am Jack Middleton alongside Anthony Santia. Anthony, we got a good game going on here today. Georgian Grizzlies at 1-5 and the Colts at 3-3. That's not my name anyways. It's all right. It doesn't matter. The Georgian Grizzlies, like I said, at 1-5. The Colts at 3-3. A good matchup in the middle of the Eastern Conference standings. Anthony, why don't you tee up this one for us?
Yeah, it's going to be a very exciting one. Centennial coming off a loss on Friday. Both the men's and women's teams fortunately dropping those to George Brown. So they're going to be hopefully looking to get back on track. You said it, both teams are middle in the pack in the East. Georgian are really just trying to get their season back on track, coming in 1-5. Both teams looking to come away with this one. It's going to be exciting.
Absolutely. It would be a good matchup between the two teams. Of course, Georgian is on a 4-game losing streak, so looking to break that here today. The Colts, with that loss, like you mentioned, against the George Brown Huskies on Friday, did break a short little win streak, so looking to bring that back. Just trying to stop that bleeding a little bit. You don't want any more losses going on your record, especially against a lower-seeded team like the Georgian Grizzlies. So the Colts looking to gain a little momentum into the finish of the first semester.
Yeah, Centennial will definitely be looking at this one as a must-win. Definitely, as you said, it would be a conference crusher if they were to lose to a 1-5 team this late into the season, as you said, wanting to finish off the first half as good as possible.
So with that being said, that's going to stop our pregame show here up in the booth. We're going to send it down courtside to our game day announcer, Ryan Miller, for O Canada and our starting lineups. So that was O Canada and the starting lineups. If you're just joining us, welcome inside the Athletic and Wellness Center. The starting lineup for the Centennial Colts. You got Catherine Schofish making her first start. Kristen Dawn Ruiz, Kristen Recchia, Farana Rui, Jackie Ronquillo, C.L. Valoria, and Sofia Arujo. The Colts will have the first serve today. It's going to be Kristen Dawn Ruiz on the serve.
Great starting lineup for Centennial.
And we're underway here at the Athletic and Wellness Center. The Grizzlies. The early set goes into the middle, blocked at the net by Sofia Arujo. And what a start from the Centennial Colts.
Yeah, that's a massive start. You said it for Centennial, as Sofia Arujo is averaging 0.45 blocks per set. And, well, that's exactly why right there.
The serve from Ruiz handled by the Grizzlies. Not well, though, as it's put back down by Arujo. What a kill there.
What a start. 2 plays, getting right into the mix as Arujo there, winning both points for the Colts.
Just an early mistake there from the Grizzlies, unable to handle that serve from Ruiz. And Arujo makes them pay for it, so an early 2-0 lead. Ruiz's serve handled by the Grizzlies. Not well, though. It's just going to be a free ball coming across the net. That rolled into the middle. Less of a free ball. It's out of the reach of a diving Rui. And the Grizzlies get their first point.
Yeah, I was about to say, you think that's going to be a free ball, but the way that it was set up for the hit, it's going to be a lot harder and tougher to deal with than expected.
So for the Grizzlies, it'll be their setter, number 12, Mackenzie Roy, back to serve. Roy's serve handled by Hamilton. Reset, just a one-handed set, will hit the rafters here at the Athletic and Wellness Center, and we go to a tie game at 2.
That one was not handled the way that you would want, and just bobbled off the hand and right to the rafters. So now it's quickly 2-2.
Roy looking to give the Grizzlies their first lead of the day. Serve from Roy into the net, a service error from Mackenzie Roy. The Colts regain the lead. It'll be Jackie Ronquillo back to serve for the Colts.
Jackie's coming to this one with 16 service aces under her belt.
That's first on the Colts is Ronquillo. As you say that, a service error from Ronquillo. Just rolls that off of her own players standing at the net. And that brings us to a 3-3 tie.
Well, she's going to be staying at 16 service aces as of right now. Hopefully going to try to get some more later on in the game.
So Emma Cott back to serve for the Grizzlies.
Oh, wow. That was very loud.
Yeah, somebody's got a horn here at the Athletic and Wellness Center. Good serve there by Cott as the Grizzlies is going to get the ball back. The set by Roy, one-handed, just tipped over as Arujo unable to keep that ball up. A good tip over at the net by Patricia Sita.
Yeah, we were talking about X factors before the game, and Patricia was definitely the X factor for Georgian, basically leading their team in almost all stats.
The serve, Ronquillo handled. The set from Ruiz goes to Malecki, handled by the Grizzlies. The set goes right back into the middle. Oh, what a tip over the net by Emma Cott as the Grizzlies start to extend. It's 5-3.
Yeah, that was another great finish there. Just a little tip over, knowing that the blockers were going to get set.
Caught serve by the Grizzlies off the hands of Ava Hamilton. An ace from Emma Cott. That's the start you're looking for from the Grizzlies. A 1-5 team, 4 straight losses. Coming in here and getting an early 6-3 lead on the Centennial Colts.
Yeah, definitely just trying to start off nice and hot.
Caught serve is a rocket handled by Hamilton. The set goes behind to Valoria, off the hands of Valoria. An error from CL Valoria and a 7-3 Grizzly lead.
Well, CL Valoria is going to be the one that you trust smashing that down first in OCAA with 76 kills. Fortunately, that one just wide of the mark.
So a slow start from the Centennial Colts forces Coach Andrew Mallory to take a timeout, an early timeout from the Centennial Colts. We'll be back just in a few moments. Welcome back to the Athletic Wellness Center. If you're just joining us, an early 7-3 lead by the Georgian Grizzlies here in set number 1. It's Jack Middleton alongside Anthony Santia, bringing you not only the women's game, but the men's game. As I say that, the Grizzlies are also going to take a timeout, so we're going to double up the timeout here.
All right.
We are going to step aside for an even longer break here for a moment. After the second consecutive timeout, we are back. No more timeouts being called. It'd be funny if Coach Mallory did, just to mess us up here. But he's not going to do it, and Emma Cott steps back for another serve for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, you said it. Georgian's going to try to extend their lead, and, well, never mind.
Just kind of froze their own serve there. Emma Cott flies that just beyond the back line. The Colts take the point. They needed that one, the little run there from the Grizzlies. Makes it 7-4 early on here in set number 1. Sophia Rougeau back for the serve. Rougeau's serve handled by the Grizzlies. The set from Roy goes far side. That is out. A good play there from the Colts, left there by Rougeau. The kill there went to the outside to number 1, Monica Kowanowski.
Yeah, Rougeau definitely having the best start so far for the Centennial team. A couple blocks to earn their first points. Doing good with the serves as well.
Rougeau's serve handled by the Grizzlies. The set goes into the middle, just a little bit outside, but off the hands of a diving Rougeau as the Grizzlies take the point.
That one looked tough to deal with, as you can see the curve midair, and it looked like it even knuckled right before hitting the ground right in front of Rougeau.
So stepping back to serve for the Grizzlies is Patricia Sita. The serve there left by Hamilton, a service ace from the Grizzlies, and the Colts take the point.
Definitely not something that she would assume to see through her, as she's, again, as we spoke earlier upon it, leading in almost every stat that matters for this Grizzlies team so far through the season.
CL Valoria back to serve for the Colts. Valoria's serve, a good one, out of the reach of every Grizzly diving for that ball, an ace for CL Valoria.
Yeah, well, we were just talking about how Patricia on Georgian's side led in all stats. CL Valoria leading in some stats for the entire OCAA, mainly in kills and kills per set.
So Valoria back to serve. Another good serve. The Colts take the ball. Ruiz is set. Goes far side to Rui Malecki. Blocked at the net. It is flagged in, though, as the Grizzlies take the point. What a block at the net.
Yeah, definitely a huge block and curving it just where it straddled the byline. Definitely an interesting one as you see Jackie Ronquillo sliding onto the line. Opted not to touch it, which unfortunately did end up getting Centennial losing the point.
That block there was a solo block by Monica Kowanowski, who goes back to serve. Serve handled by Ronquillo. Ruiz a set goes to Recchia, just a little bit out of the reach. Tipped over as the Grizzlies get the ball back. Capped up well by Rui. The set goes to Ronquillo, just a free ball. She plays it to the back corner. Out, no tip from anybody. We do have a tip. The back flagsman has flagged a tip on the Colts side, so the Colts take the point.
Yeah, definitely a tough one to see from the replay there, but two interesting calls in a row, one going for each team. So at the end of the day, I would assume both teams would be happy with the calls.
So for Rana Rui back to serve for the Colts, the most veteran player here on the Centennial Colts. In her, as I say that, it's not, because CL Valoria is the most. But that is flagged out. The serve there from Rui is a mistake as the Grizzlies take the point and go up 10-8.
Yeah, that one just floated all the way over the back line. Not really troubling anyone on the Georgian team.
Back to serve is number 11, Ava Dubois-Wood. The serve from Dubois-Wood out of the reach of a diving Rui. An ace there from Dubois-Wood.
Georgian having a phenomenal start to this game, stopping any type of momentum whatsoever that Centennial is trying to gain.
Dubois-Wood serve. Handled this time by Hamilton. The set goes back to Recchia, just off the fingertips of Recchia. It's going to work out, though. Just kind of a miss hit there by Kristen Recchia, but it gets into the middle of the Grizzlies' defense, and the Colts take the point.
Well, you know what? Sometimes when you mishandle a ball or misplay a hit, it usually works out well, especially with teams that are very tactically sound. Someone's going to go right to the net, and this is something major that Coach Andrew Mallory said that they're going to work on, which was their serves, as there's been a lot of service errors, as well as aces, as you can tell just from that alone. They're really trying to pick their spots, but when they miss bad.
Yeah, one of the top teams in the OCAA in aces, but also leading by a wide margin in service errors. So Coach Mallory just looking to fix that as the serve and the set goes off the net. Just a little mishandle there by Ruiz and the Colts defense. The Grizzlies take the point and go up by 4. Back to serve for the Grizzlies. That looks like number 7, Brooklyn Smith. Smith's serve is into the net, so we trade service errors. The Colts get the ball back.
Yeah, she is one of only 2 people on this Georgian roster without an ace so far in the season.
And that one just kind of rolled off of her fingertips and into the net, giving the ball back to the Colts. It goes all the way back around to Kristen Dawn Ruiz. Ruiz's serve, a good one off the tape, but handled by the Grizzlies. The set comes out wide to Cott. That is off the outpost there at the top of the net, so it's going to be a Colts point.
That one, smash it right down the middle. No chance for it missing the pole.
Serve from Ruiz, another good one out of the reach of a diving Georgian Grizzlies back line, and an ace from Kristen Dawn Ruiz.
Phenomenal serve there, as we were talking about them trying to pick their spots when serving, and that back corner was definitely the spot that she was looking for.
One of the most effective servers on the Colts is Kristen Dawn Ruiz. And the commentator curse hits you right in the forehead as she floats that one just beyond the back line. A service error there from Ruiz.
Yeah, that one was definitely close, but just too far out. This will be another service error from the Centennial Colts team.
So Mackenzie Roy goes back to serve for the Grizzlies. Roy's serve, handled by Hamilton, but not well. Played back over as the Colts get the ball. Arujo's set goes behind her to Valoria, off the tape of the net, and down in front of Dubois-Wood. A point for Valoria.
Yeah, that perfectly aligned him. The ball going right off the tape It's really messed with the defenders there as the trajectory of the ball just completely dipped right after.
Back to serve is Ronquillo for the Colts. Down by 1 early on here in set number 1. Ronquillo's serve is a good one, out of the reach of a diving libero. An ace from Jackie Ronquillo.
17th of the season.
Just unable to handle it there was Cassie McClenahan. So Ronquillo back to serve. The game now tied at 14. Ronquillo, another good serve. The Grizzlies unable to handle it, and another service ace from Jackie Ronquillo.
Yeah, just when the Centennials team are able to pick the corners, it's very hard to deal with as we see it there again.
Early on, Ronquillo's hearing it from the Grizzlies side of the floor. 2 aces, and she gives a little shush motion to the crowd over on the Georgian Grizzlies. The sass that we always see from Ronquillo has another great serve put down by Sophia Rougeau.
Again, we were talking about she had a great start at the front of that net, and we see it again as this time she doesn't even have to block the ball. She just smashes it right back down to the Georgian side.
So a 16-14 lead for the Colts here in set number 1. Ronquillo back to serve.
Looking for her third of the game, and there it is.
And it is another ace from Jackie Ronquillo. 3 out of 4 serves here on her run have been aces.
This one just seems to have completely duped the Georgian defense. So they're going to call a timeout, try to disrupt the motion.
So the Grizzlies, after that 4-point swing from Jackie Ronquillo and the Centennial Colts, Danielle Tam, the coach of the Georgian Grizzlies, has taken a timeout, an early 3-point lead for the Centennial Colts. Welcome back inside the Athletic and Wellness Center. Jack Middleton alongside Anthony Santia here in set number 1 between the Georgian Grizzlies and the Centennial Colts. The Colts on a 4-point run, now lead at 17-14, and Jackie Ronquillo continues to serve for the Colts.
Yeah, now with 19 service aces, has a pretty good lead on the next player for this Colts team on aces. And, oh, there we go again.
Yeah, that commentator curse always hits it, and the timeout from Coach Tam for the Grizzlies works out well. Ronquillo makes the error, puts that one into the net, and the Grizzlies get the serve back.
17-15, though. Centennial did take the lead on that last possession.
I'm blaming you on that one, Anthony. I can't even take that one for myself. That was all you.
Oh, yeah, 100%. It's okay. We're 1 for 1. We're 1-1 tonight.
As the Grizzlies give it right back, the error there by Emma Cott. The Colts retake a 3-point lead.
18-15 now as we edge closer to the end of the first set.
So the Colts making a substitution on the serve. Out of the game is Sophia Rougeau. Into the game comes Katie Deering. We've seen it a lot this year. Deering comes in every once in a while, serving for Rougeau. Give her a little break. But she's obviously not really a backline player. She's playing at the net. The serve there is a good one. The set comes close side to Dubois Wood, handled by Deering. The set goes far side to Rui for the Colts. Tipped over, out of the reach of a diving Grizzlies team. A good play there from Ferrana Rui.
So the replay here is Georgian did great to keep it up the first one, but unfortunately it was popped underneath the net, so that will be a Colts point.
Now a 4-point lead for the Colts as Deering heads back for another serve.
Yeah, shall I say largest lead for Centennial so far?
So far, 4-point lead as I mentioned. Deering serve is another good one. The Grizzlies, the set comes far side to Dubois Wood off the top of the net. Rolls out of the reach of a diving Rui, and the Grizzlies take the point.
Yeah, that serve looked like it was just starting to curve out of play. Probably could have left it. Was a Georgian defender, but nonetheless, they got the point, and is now their serve.
So the substitution goes back the other way. Rougeau back in, Deering out, and the Grizzlies have the serve. It's a good one. Rui to Ruiz. Back to Valoria, tipped over the net. The Grizzlies reset, goes all the way to Kowanowski. Played out by Hamilton. Rui's set goes far side to Rui. Dug out by the Grizzlies. Roy's set goes middle. Off of a hand of a diving Ruiz. A little miss hit there at the back by, who is that? Number 8. That's Emma Cott. It's a little miss hit back there, but it fools the Colts defense.
Yeah, it's 1 for 1 now. Centennial had a little miss hit earlier that messed up Georgian's defense. Now they get it back.
Back on the serve was Sita. The error on the serve there. Floats a little bit beyond the back line. The Colts take the point.
That was a very close one. The replay, again, can't necessarily tell because it's from behind, but that one was very, very close.
Yeah, mere inches. We are set up on that back line, so we get a good look at it as Valoria's serve is off the top of the net. Another service error from the Colts.
Definitely something that they have to tighten up on throughout this season, as you're just giving away free points to all your opponents, and it's really something you don't want to be doing.
When you start taking on those 1, 2, 3 seeds in each conference, those are things you can't give up. Service errors are not a good thing to give up, as the Grizzlies a good serve. Handled by Rui. The set goes to Recchia in the middle. A smart tip over the net by Recchia.
Yeah. Great realization, seeing that everybody was jumping in at once. Found the pocket.
Just a little miss set from Ruiz. Just a little tough ball control from the Colts, but Recchia is able to tip that over the net and get the point. So they're up to 21 are the Colts, as Rui back to serve.
Good serve.
Mishandled by the Grizzlies, out of the reach of the diving McClenahan. As the Colts now up by 4. Once again, it's 22-18.
That was her 15th ace of the season. Second on Centennial.
Rui's serve is into the net. Another service error from the Colts. The Grizzlies take the serve back. Ava Dubois-Wood back on the serve for the Grizzlies. Down by 3 here in set number 1. The serve from Dubois-Wood. Just a little roll serve handled by Ronquillo. Set goes back to Ronquillo. Powerful off the hands of the block.
I'm going to say she touched the net, I believe, as this one's waved towards Centennial.
Yeah, believe it or not, from our angle, it doesn't look like that got over the net, but it did actually get over the net and roll down the body of the blockers. They weren't very tight to the net, so the Colts take that point. And a substitution out of the game is Kristen Recchia. And a familiar face in a different jersey all of a sudden, Charlotte Dewap-Hanair coming back to serve. Normally a libero, but she doesn't have that jersey on today. She comes in to serve. Her serve is a good one. The set goes quickly out of the reach of Dewap-Hanair. That one's hit down by Emma Cox.
Yeah, just right in between the Centennial defenders there. Both looked as if they left it for each other, but unfortunately, no one actually made an effort to get to that ball.
The Colts in a little bit of confusion on their defensive side. They got to figure it out really quickly, as back is Brooklyn Smith. Smith serve into the net by the Grizzlies, pushing the Colts to set point.
Yeah, Centennial's got to tighten up on this one. Get a good serve off, and hopefully it'll be enough for the first set.
Looking to close out the first set is Kristen Dawn Ruiz for the Colts. 24-20 here in set 1. The serve by Ruiz is a good serve, but out of rotation were the Colts. It's going to force a point to the Grizzlies. A little bit of confusion. They got to figure it out quickly.
Yeah, again, just giving up free points for no real reason. It's something that you don't want to be doing consistently.
So they're trying to figure it out. Schofish has to come off the court. I think the Colts have it right now as number 12, Mackenzie Roy, back to serve for the Grizzlies, looking to keep this first set alive. The serve from Roy, mishandled by Dewap-Hanair, but Ruiz keeps it up, and a free ball goes back the Grizzlies' way. The set goes into the middle. A miss hit there in the middle by Patricia Seda. So the Colts take the point, and they'll take set number 1, 25-21. Welcome back inside the Athletic and Wellness Center here in set number 2. The Colts just won the first set 25-21. So we're getting set to start set number 2. The ground judge is just figuring out rotation, make sure we're all good. And we are set to go. The Grizzlies have a couple new players out on the floor, including the one starting to serve here in set number 2, Nevaeh Garcia.
You said set a lot over there, so I just let you have it. Didn't want to interrupt myself.
Did you like that?
I didn't want to interrupt myself and then have you reset what you're saying.
No, I would have heard it. As the service ace there from Garcia starts the second set.
I don't think you caught on with me saying reset, but
no,
okay.
I caught it, but
I
didn't want to give you the satisfaction of you saying it there. So
it's hurtful. All right.
Yeah, let that alone. We'll go back to the court, I guess, Anthony. How's that?
Yeah, I sure. All right, why not?
So Nevaeh Garcia, the serve. That one is spun off the side of the hand, and a service error follows the ace as the Colts get their first point. Back to serve for the Colts is Kristen Dawn Ruiz.
She had some good serves in the first set.
Dawn Ruiz, another good serve off the hands of McClenahan, and a service ace from Kristen Dawn Ruiz.
Yeah, it looked like she didn't take that properly. She just bobbled it right into the crowd.
Just kind of off the wrist. Didn't really catch that on the forearms, and the error pushes that, like you said, into the fans. Kristen Dawn Ruiz is back to serve. Her serve is a good one. Off the top of the tape, and another ace from Kristen Dawn Ruiz.
Yeah, that was a huge ace there as well. It's going to be 3 points in a row for this Colts team.
Ruiz's serve. Another good one. Another perfect serve from Ruiz, and another ace for the Colts.
At some point, you just have to feel bad for number 5 on Georgian. Skylar Bonk, as she thinks the ball is going to her, then it just stops right in front of her.
These are just perfect serves coming across the net from Ruiz. Nothing you can do about it on the Grizzlies side, as another one is mishandled by McClenahan.
Wow, just keep on doing that. We'll have a quick game, quick set.
An early 5-1 lead for the Colts. Ruiz still serving after multiple service aces here in set number 2. Ruiz's serve is handled this time. The set goes far side to Seda. Her kill is just out. A good read there by Rui to leave that alone, and a 6-1 Colts lead.
Here we go again.
Ruiz back to serve. Another good serve. McClenahan. The set goes back to McClenahan, and it's a free ball. Schofish, set by Ruiz, goes into the middle to Arujo, is put down out of the reach of McClenahan, and the Colts keep adding on. They're now up by 6.
Yeah, so Georgian's starting off with a service ace, and it's been all Centennial since.
As we saw in set number 1, an early timeout coming on the court this time by the Georgian Grizzlies. A 7-1 early lead for the Centennial Colts here in set number 2. Welcome back inside the Athletic and Wellness Center in set number 2. The Colts lead at 1-0 as they have a 7-1 lead here, and Ruiz has the serve. Ruiz's serve is floated out. The timeout works from Coach Danielle Tam, stopping that incredible run from Ruiz.
Yeah, you said incredible run as she helps Centennial pick up 7 straight points.
Serving for the Grizzlies is Mackenzie Roy. Her serve is a good one, handled by Ronquillo. The set comes close side, is over the net, but the Colts get the ball back. Ruiz sets to Ronquillo through the hands of two blockers.
Massive smash there.
Powerful kill from Jackie Ronquillo.
Well, we know she's got power in those hands, showing it there.
Just capitalizing on the mistake from the Grizzlies to not keep that ball on their side of the court after the missed set. But back to serve is Ronquillo. Her serve mishandled by the Grizzlies, and another service ace from the Centennial Colts.
It's Ronquillo's 4th of the game as well, now putting her total up to 20 on the season.
Ronquillo serve.
Oh,
powerful.
my.
I heard the grunt all the way up here from Jackie Ronquillo.
Yeah, me too.
A great serve there, and another ace for Jackie Ronquillo.
5th of the game. 21st of the season.
Colts pulling away point after point. A 10-2 lead here in set number 2. Ronquillo's serve is another good one. Finally handled by the Grizzlies. The set goes behind off the hands of the block. A good kill there by Emma Cott. The Grizzlies take the point and try and force a comeback.
Yeah, that's a huge point there, stopping the momentum, or at least hoping to stop the momentum that Centennial have. But this Georgian team really needs to start stringing some points together.
So Cott goes back to serve for the Grizzlies. First serve off the hands of Rui. The set from Hamilton is just a free ball played over by the Colts. The Grizzlies play a quick set in the middle to Smith as the Colts get the ball back. The set goes to Rui.
Great
block
block
at the net.
Ooh.
Off the hands of that Skylar Bonk. Now into the game for the Colts. Colts take the point and back up by 8.
Skylar Bonk is on Georgian, my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said in the game for the Colts.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Didn't know I said in the game for the Colts. That's my bad. She's obviously wearing number 5 for the Georgian Grizzlies.
She's also been in the full set.
Absolutely. It's just the first time I've had to say her name as an ace comes across the net from Sofia Rougeau.
Centennial, this set so far have had all but perfect serving.
Rougeau, another good serve handled by the Grizzlies, though. As the set goes far side to Seda. And a good kill there from Patricia. Back to serve for the Grizzlies is number 7, Brooklyn Smith. A couple service errors in the first set for Smith, looking to turn it back around, and she does. A good serve handled by Valoria. The set from Ruiz goes to Rui, tipped at the net. Smith gets to the ball as the set just goes to Saida. The Colts hustling to that ball is Ruiz. A free ball played over by Ronquillo. We go back and forth. The Grizzlies set far side back to Seda.
It's a good block.
Kept up by Ruiz. Rui fights at the net, fighting again with Bonk. Kept up by the Grizzlies. This has to get across the net. Saida does. Ruiz, Hamilton set goes to Ronquillo. Just tips it over the net. A smart play from Jackie Ronquillo as the Grizzlies send all 3 blockers and tipped over by Jackie Ronquillo.
Just a little dink over the back line.
Very smart play there from Ronquillo, ending a good little run between the two teams. A 13-4 lead for the Colts as Valoria goes back, and a powerful ace there from CL. Valoria off the hands of Emma Cott. It's now a 10-point lead for the Centennial Colts, 14-4 here in set number 2.
This is what you love to see if you're a Colts fan. Pure dominance so far in this set. As that's going to continue. Another ace.
Yeah, another ace from CL Valoria. Off the hands of the Grizzlies. They are struggling in service reception so far here in set number 2.
You are correct there.
Valoria's serve is pounded into the net, so 2 aces and then a service error from Valoria. Grizzlies get the ball back, but they are down by 10. We are going to have a sub on the Colt side. It looks like Farana Rui is going to come out of the game, and into the game is Grace Dockstader.
Very happy, you can see there, jumping on her teammate as she gets subbed out. This is a huge lead for Centennial.
Long serve is handled by Hamilton. Ruiz set. Goes into the middle to the back line of Valoria. That's pounded into the net, and the Grizzlies take the point.
Definitely a scary scene to see if you're on this Georgian defense. You know the power that she has, and just seeing her getting ready to smash one over. They got away with one as that one went into the net.
Long serve again, handled by Hamilton. The set goes to Ronquillo. Through the block, they send 3 again at Ronquillo, and through all 3 of them goes Jackie Ronquillo.
Yeah, she found the hole in between the 3 players' hands and was able to find some ground. It's huge.
Just saw that in the replay there, the left side of the block was unable to get tight to the rest of the block, and Ronquillo found that hole. Heard a bunch of screams. That means Grace Dockstader's back to serve. A good one from Dockstaders. The set goes to Saida. Handled by the Colts. Ronquillo Ruiz plays it over. Smart play there from Kristen Dawn Ruiz.
Grace Dockstader, 4th in OCAA, averaging .92 aces per set. So it's probably just going to go from bad to worse probably here for Georgian when it comes to receiving service.
Dockstader, another good one. It just floats a little bit. Knuckles past everybody of the Georgian Grizzlies and out of bounds as the Grizzlies take the point.
Well, boy, was I wrong.
It's that commentator curse, I'm telling you. Every time you say something good about somebody, they're just going to fire it out of play for you. Mess you all up, and back to serve for the Grizzlies is Patricia Saida. The set goes to Recchia, tipped over the net. The set goes all the way to the far side to Caught. She hits that out of bounds on the left side as the Colts take the point. They go up by 11.
Yeah, Centennial are just going to try to keep this second set as clean as possible.
Try and get through it as quick as possible, but they start bringing in a couple of the bench players as Katie Deering back into the game. Subbing out is Kristen Recchia. Deering serve. Floated over it. Good reception there from the Grizzlies. The set goes far side to Caught. Off the hands of Dockstader. Good kill there by Emma Caught, looking to bring some momentum to the Grizzlies.
Yeah, you can see she was slightly ahead of that pass. She had to slow it down, then smash it over the net.
The serve for the Grizzlies goes back to Nevaeh Garcia. Garcia's serve. Into the net, a service error from Garcia. Colts get the ball back and go back up by 11.
I can only assume that foghorn really messed her up. That's a perfectly timed foghorn.
First time I've heard that horn come into this gym, and it is loud.
Yeah, the first time I heard it off the very first serve, I got scared, I'm going to be honest.
Ruiz's serve floats just a little bit outside of the back corner. An error from Ruiz gives the Grizzlies the point.
19-9.
Back to serve is Roy for the Grizzlies. Down by 10, her serve off the hands of Ronquillo. Ruiz set into nobody. Valoria and Dockstader just kind of look at each other. No communication there. The Grizzlies take the point.
Yeah, definitely a unfortunate sequence for this Colts defense, but luckily they still are up by 9, so they're hoping it doesn't trouble them that much.
Roy's serve is a good one. Ronquillo kept up very well there by Ruiz, and a free ball played over. The Grizzlies go quick. It goes back to Bonk. Blocked at the net by Valoria. A good block there by CL.
Honestly, I don't know if it just went off the top of the net. It didn't hit Valoria.
She pointed like she really did block that, but even if she didn't, off the net and still lands in bounds, believe it or not. So the Colts go up by 10, and Ronquillo back to serve.
Ronquillo's had a phenomenal game already, 5 aces.
Her serve power is the set from Roy, goes into the middle, just rolled over the net, and a good diving stop there by Ronquillo. The Colts set to Valoria, and power from CL Valoria.
That was a smash right there. No chance for the blockers as they couldn't even get set.
No, there's nothing you can do. The block doesn't get up in time, and Mackenzie Roy is just standing back there waiting to get shelled by CL Valoria.
Yeah, definitely not a fun position to be in for her.
Ronquillo serve, another good one. The Grizzlies unable to handle it, unable to get the ball over, so technically a service ace from Jackie Ronquillo.
I'll be putting that down as her 6th of the game. She's at 21, I believe, if my math is correct, and that's going to force another Georgian timeout. So really grasping at straws in this second set.
So the Colts have a 22-10 lead here in set number 2, looking to go up 2-0. We'll be back in just a few moments after this timeout. Welcome back inside the Athletic and Wellness Center. The Colts have a commanding 22-10 lead here in set number 2 as Jackie Ronquillo goes back to serve to try and end set number 2. Ronquillo serve handled by Cott. The set goes far side trying to find Bonk as the Grizzlies are unable to get that ball over the net.
Out of town, we have the Centennial Colts women's basketball team. Actually, funny enough, playing Georgian right now as well. That one is 38-36 Colts at halftime in Barrie.
That's for the Colts, correct? It's in favor of the Centennial Colts. So
yes.
The women's team is leading 38-36 at half. Ronquillo's serve is floated over the back line. And an error from Jackie Ronquillo. Yeah, the OCAA has been real fancy with their scheduling this year. Whenever the volleyball teams are at home or vice versa with the basketball teams, the other team is on the road facing the exact same team. So they've been really creative, the OCAA has been.
Very stressful to figure it out.
A good save there by Hamilton to dig that out. The set goes to Dockstader, blocked at the net by Smith. The Colts get the ball back. It goes back to Dockstader through the hands of Smith.
Smash that one.
Good kill there by Grace Dockstader.
Should be set point.
Set point Centennial. The substitution for Centennial is Rougeau out, and into the game is Charlotte Tawapaner.
Yeah, going to look to finish off this set if possible, as quick as possible, with as least damage as possible.
Up by 13. It's just a matter of time for that point to come through as Tawapaner's serve. Mishandled by McClenahan. This ball's got to get played over, and it doesn't. Just off the tape from the Grizzlies. So the Colts take set number 2 by a score of 25-11 and now lead this game 2-0. Trying to close this out in straight sets. We'll be back in 3 minutes time for set number 3. Welcome back inside the Athletic and Wellness Center for set number 3 as the Colts lead 2-0. Kristen Dawn Ruiz on the serve for the Colts. Her serve handled by McClenahan. The set goes into the middle off the block. The Colts get the ball back. The set from Schofish goes to Ronquillo, handled by the Grizzlies. The set goes back into the middle to Dubois Wood.
Good save.
A good dodge there in the middle.
That's what I meant, dodge.
That's all right as Catherine Schofish gets out of the way. Ruiz back to serve once again, up 1-0 here in set number 3.
Ooh.
That one just had a little backspin on it instead of front spin and floats out of bounds. The Grizzlies leave it. And an error there from Ruiz.
That's just so beautiful to watch a replay of it. The way that the ball just, through the air.
I like the noise. Do the noise again. Love it. Grizzlies back to serve. It's Roy back. Ronquillo and Hamilton play it well. The set goes to Valoria off the hands of the block, but it is out on the Colts side, so the Colts take the point.
See a replay here is that one was very close to being in. Ooh, that one's got a case.
That was a good block at the net there by Patricia Saida.
Block.
So Ronquillo back to serve as the Colts up early here in set number 3. Ronquillo serve is rolled. McClenahan handles it, but the Grizzlies are just able to get a free ball out of it. Ronquillo and Rui just let it bounce out of bounds. Colts take the point and go up 3-1.
Yeah, there's 2 there just in case if that ball somehow snuck its way back onto the court.
Ronquillo still to serve. Another roll serve from Ronquillo is a good one. Wow. McClenahan handles it well. The Grizzlies just going to play a free ball over. Ronquillo keeps it alive. Ruiz set, goes to Valoria on the close side off the hands of the Grizzlies, but they keep it alive. Back into the middle, no touch from Arujo as the Colts get the point.
Let's watch the replay here. That was a huge back and forth there. As the ball looked like it was going to drop a lot, and it just didn't. So very exciting to watch.
The Grizzlies have just been in a little bit of mayhem, not being able to receive any serves from the Colts so far.
Yeah, they haven't been able to absorb the ball, it looks like.
As I say that, Ronquillo, that looked in from our angle. That really did look in from our angle.
I would love to see a replay there.
We're not going to see it on this angle, but flagged out at the far side. The Grizzlies take the point. So Emma Cott goes back to serve for the Grizzlies. Cott's serve is into the net.
Maybe a little bit of...
little ball don't lie.
Yeah.
The Colts are throwing out a ball don't lie going their way. I hear the fans going. We got the women's soccer team all in attendance. The whole team is here in attendance.
Even the coaches here. This is awesome.
We could hear them all. They're all in attendance. A little bit of the men's team joining in to watch this. Maybe a little team outing. There's a Rougeau serve off the hands of Dubois Wood and a service ace from Sophia Rougeau.
Yeah, this is exactly what you want to see. As we were talking about earlier in the game, a bunch of service aces. Past couple of games, Centennial's women's team is just struggling with serving the ball overall. And that's not happened as much today at all.
A Rougeau serve, another good one off the body of McClenahan.
Yeah, tough one to deal with for sure.
The set is just played over by Dubois Wood. With Ronquillo sets. Valoria not tipped at the net. Oh, it is tipped at the net. The Colts take the point.
Yeah, a little bit of misfortune there for Georgian's defense as that ball was always going out, but rule number 1, try to block it fully if you can.
Rougeau still back to serve for the Colts as they now lead 7-2. Rougeau's serve is rolled off the side of the hand and into the tape. An error from Rougeau.
Maybe a little bit more of a ball don't lie. That looked tough if there was a block on that last play. But nonetheless, 7-3.
Luckily, it wasn't a commentator's curse. That's all that matters up
here.
We don't want to be involved in it.
Not any more than we are.
The serve from Saida is into the net. Trade service errors, and the Colts get the ball back. CL Valoria back to serve for the Colts. serve from Valoria
That's
is in.
Wow.
Over the head of a ducking Grizzly, as Valoria has another ace to her name. Just misread on the back line.
It seems as if she didn't know how far in she was on the court.
Yeah, they look to be playing far up, maybe because Ruiz in set number 2 was just dumping balls off the tape. Who knows? As Valoria serves handled by McClenahan. The set goes into the middle and tipped over, but Rui keeps it up. Ruiz sets it to Rui at the net. It's blocked. The Colts keep it up. Ruiz tries a 2-touch dump, unable to do so as the Grizzlies take the point.
Yeah, she just wasn't able to get enough lift on that ball to get it over the net.
So Monica Kowanowski, is back to serve for the Grizzlies. Rui handles it. Set goes to Recchi, tipped over and out from Kristen Recchi as the Grizzlies take the point. Just a missed touch there from Recchi on the replay.
Yeah, you can see what she was trying, just hit in the back corner, but fortunately there wasn't enough force on that ball to reach the back end of the court.
Good serve handled by Rui. The set goes back to Recchia off the hands of the block. The Grizzlies set back into the middle. It's just played over as Valoria keeps it alive. Ruiz set goes to Rui. Blocked at the net once again. Ruiz sets over to Valoria. The blocker's unable to get there. Off the hands of Kowanowski into the rafters.
That was massive. That roared up the crowd.
We say it once every game, I swear. The rafters here are small, very low. Does play effect, especially with the power off the hands of Valoria.
Well, that's the second time the ball's hit the rafters. I think it was back in the first set. Georgian had a point that hit off the rafters as well. Definitely tough to deal with.
Farana Rui and an ace from Farana Rui off the tape, and some good serving so far from the Colts. As I say that, it's bound that this one goes into the net, I'm sure.
Yeah, probably.
An 11-5 Colts lead at the moment. Rui proves me wrong, a good serve. The set goes to Dubois Wood, and it's rolled over and out. A good leave there from Jackie Ronquillo as the Colts take the point.
Yeah, that one was bound to go out. It's just from the angle that ball was hit from.
Rui serve, another good one off the hands of Dubois Wood, and another service ace for Farana Rui.
Yeah, you can tell she's just trying to smack it over to her teammates, but doesn't get all of the ball, and it rolls off her hands.
That's what the Colts have needed all day long. You just put the ball over the net and in play, says Coach Mallory. In play is a big part of it, and there's going to be errors on the other side of the court. That's what volleyball is, as a block by Recchia and a put down from Kristen Recchia.
That is massive. That's a two-piece combo right there. Gets the block, gets the smash, gets the point.
So the Colts now up 14-5 in set number 3. Rui still back to serve.
Yeah, they're just running away with this one now.
Rui's serve is off the tape and just bounces back to the side of the Centennial Colts, ending the run from Rui. So Grace Dockstader's going to come into the game. Coming out of the game is Farana Rui. Back to serve for the Grizzlies is number 11, Ava Dubois Wood. Dubois Wood serve is into the net. A service error from the Grizzlies, just unable to build any kind of momentum.
It's been a tough set and a half so far for Georgian.
So another substitution into the game is number 5 for the Colts. That is Andrea Rojas into the game. Coming out was Kristen Recchia on that substitution. Rojas serve, just floated over off the hands of a bunch of Grizzlies, off the hands of a diving Grizzly, and a service ace from Andrea Rojas.
It's been the name of the game so far for Centennial.
That's going to force a timeout. Another timeout called from the Georgian Grizzlies as Danielle Tam is searching for any kind of answers to stop the Centennial Colts as they lead 16-6 here in set number 3. Back inside the Athletic and Wellness Center as the Colts lead 2-0 and 16-6 here in the third set. We look to get started as Andrea Rojas has the ball for the Colts.
Yeah, Georgia using a timeout, just trying to break up momentum from the Centennial team. See if it happens or not.
Rojas serve floated over off the hands of McClanahan and does exactly the opposite as another ace from the Centennial Colts.
The majority of the serves as well from Centennial, as you stated, Coach Andrew Mallory said, was just get it in play. And for some reason, Georgian just bobbling the majority of them.
Rojas serve handled by the Grizzlies. The set goes far side, blocked out the net from Ronquillo. It goes to Arujo. She tips it over the net, and the Colts get a free ball. Ruiz sets to Arujo. She just has to play it over. A good save there by Dubois Wood. The set goes into the middle to Caught and tipped at the net. It's going to be a Grizzlies point.
Georgia got to start getting the wheels moving now as they're down by 10 and only 8 points away.
If not momentum for this game, you just got to build a little bit of momentum and positive energy going into their next game, trying to stop this losing streak.
You are correct.
Ruiz tries to dump the ball over the Grizzlies. Read it well. As it goes to Cotton, out of the reach of Grace Dockstader.
Good smash there.
Back to serve for the Grizzlies is number 2, Carolyn Rutkowski. Her serve into the net, and an error from Rutkowski gives the ball back to the Colts. Kristen Don Ruiz back to serve for the Colts. Has had a couple big runs for the Colts in both sets, number 2 and 3 so far. Even set number 1 had a couple good runs as her serve is handled well. The Grizzlies set it across to Roy. She just plays it over as Ruiz sets to Ronquillo. Off the hands of the block and in play, the Colts take the point.
It's another huge point for Centennial here.
Women's soccer team throwing a little chant out for the Colts as they're 6 points away from ending this one. Ruiz's serve into the net. An error from Kristen Don Ruiz. Back to serve for the Grizzlies is Mackenzie Roy. Roy's serve handled by Hamilton. Ruiz's set goes behind her to Ronquillo, who just pushes it across the net. The set from the Grizzlies goes into the middle to Dubois Wood. She just hammers that beyond the back line.
Good duck from Hamilton, just getting out of trouble.
So a 20-9 lead for the Colts here in set number 3. Ronquillo back to serve.
Ronquillo's had herself a game, 6 aces already.
Spinner from Ronquillo is out. A good call there by the line judge down at the far end. Flagged out as the Grizzlies take their 10th point and try and build a little bit of momentum. Quick serve by the Grizzlies. Ruiz sets to Araujo in the middle block. Ruiz, Hamilton sets, goes to Valoria, blocked at the net again. Valoria back up to get another kill.
Third time asking, and Valoria is finally able to smash that one over.
Just looks like she's on a pogo stick out there. One jump, barely gets a gather back for the kill.
Yeah, by the time she smacks the ball once, she's got to hit it a second time.
So in to serve for the Colts is Zoe Acosta into the game.
Timeout.
And a timeout for the Grizzlies. They take another timeout as the Colts lead 21-10, looking to put away this game in 3 sets. We'll be back in just a few moments. Back inside the Athletic and Wellness Center as the Colts lead by 11, trying to put this one away. The serve.
Oh boy.
From Acosta is put into the net. Just a little miss hit from Zoe Acosta. So the Grizzlies have the serve, and back to serve is Saida. Saida's serve handled by the Colts. The back set goes into the middle to Rojas. But the Grizzlies get the ball back, blocked at the net by Rojas. Valoria powers through the block.
There
A good kill by CL Valoria. Valoria's got to go back to serve, a 22-11 lead. Valoria looking to take 3 points and just end this one swiftly for the Colts. Valoria's serve off the tape, handled by Cott. The set goes far side to Kowanovsky, handled by Valoria. Ruiz set, goes to Ronquillo. She tips it over the net and out of the reach of a diving Cassie McClenahan.
Yeah, that was great from Ronquillo. She just hid what she was going to try to do.
Just always smart volleyball from Jackie Ronquillo. If they throw a bunch of blockers her way, she's just going to tip it over the block and out of the reach of everybody in the back line. As Valoria serves again, that is flagged out. A good leave there from McClenahan.
Yeah, straight into the Georgian bench that one went.
So a 23-12 lead for the Colts. As back to serve is Monica Kowanovsky. Kowanovsky serve handled by Dockstader. Ruiz's set is going to go far side to Dockstader. Past the block but handled. The set goes far side to Dubois. Wood, Valoria able to keep it up, but into the rafters it goes. It was a good dig there from Valoria, but the rafters do come into play once again.
Yeah, that's not once in each set, I believe.
So Kowanovsky back to serve one more time. Dockstader keeps it alive. Ruiz tries to dump it over off the tape. Colts just trying to do some tricky stuff instead of trying to put this game away.
Well, again, it's okay when you're up by 9 or 10 points, especially up 2 sets to none, but at some point you really don't want to be giving Georgian too much momentum.
If you're Coach Mallory, you want this to end right now.
Yeah.
You've got to get 2 points and end it really quickly. Ronquillo keeps it alive off the serve. Ruiz goes to Dockstader, unable to get it over. Couple mistakes from the Colts, and the Grizzlies gain a little bit of momentum.
Yeah, I would assume maybe giving up 1 or 2 more points, you're going to call a timeout because you've got to tell your team, get back to the basics, really stop with this type of trickery.
So Monica Kowanovsky has the serve. Her serve, a good one. Dockstader, Ruiz sets, trying to get over. Replay for the Colts. It goes to Ronquillo. She plays it quickly over. The set from Kolanowski goes into the middle to Cott, played out by Valoria. The Colts set goes to Dockstader, doesn't touch anybody, and the Grizzlies take another point.
All of a sudden, it's now a 6-point game for the Colts. I swear it was just 23-16.
I was just staring at him, waiting for him to realize it's a 7-point game, doesn't matter. Kolanowski's serve, handled by the Colts. It goes back to Dockstader and off the flag one more time.
Well, maybe I just know the future because now it's a 6-point game.
Now it is a 6-point game. I was expecting a timeout here from Mallory.
Me too.
He doesn't look to care that much so far as Kolanowski has now whistled the serve. No timeout for the Colts. Kolanowski's serve is out. And I guess I don't know anything Mallory does. That one is an error, and it pushes it to match point Centennial.
Yeah, it was a very bad serve. Just got away from her there.
Grace Dockstader back to try and finish the game for the Colts off the tape. Handled by Cott. The set goes to the far side to Roy. Just played over as Hamilton. Finds Ruiz. The set goes to Ronquillo off the hands of the block. The Grizzlies keep it alive. The set goes far side and out of play as the Colts are going to sweep this one away. And a third set victory, 25-17.
Very tough one there right at the end from Georgian as they went on a little bit of a run, but they put themselves too far into a hole. Colts took this one.
Yeah, the Colts tried their hardest there in set number 3 to let the Grizzlies back into the game, but the Grizzlies, a couple errors, forced them to lose this one 3-0. The Grizzlies go down to 1-6 now, while the Colts move up to 4-3. Anthony, any final thoughts on today's game?
It was a fun one for sure, very enjoyable to watch. It was a quick one overall. Centennial taking it 3 straight. They're going to be happy with this result for sure.
Yeah, it was a quick one. Our camera is not working, so you're not going to get close-up of our beautiful faces up here in the booth. But a 3-0 victory for the Centennial Colts. This isn't the only game we got going. We're going to end this stream here shortly, but we got the men's game coming your way. It is going to be a good one between the Grizzlies and the Colts. The 6-0 Grizzlies take on the 5-1 Centennial Colts. That's going to happen in 30 minutes' time. For Anthony Santia, my name's Jack Middleton. And for our producer, Leo Solorzano, thank you for joining us here on Coltsnet Live, and we'll see you in 30 minutes' time.